What's up, guys? This is Storm, and welcome to another gaming news week. We have a lot of news to cover, so without further ado, let's get on with the news. CD Projekt Red had confirmed the next Witcher trilogy will release in a 6-year window. The company has already confirmed that The Witcher 4 will not release in 2026. So, CD Projekt Red already basically planned out the next Witcher trilogy, which series is going to be the main protagonist for them, which I'm assuming. And yeah, I don't know what they mean by this 6-year window, since it was confirmed that The Witcher 4 won't come out before 2028 the last time I saw. So yeah, this probably not gonna come out anytime soon. Like, at most you're probably looking like, we're in 2025. You probably won't even get the full trilogy till like probably after 2040. Like, not like each game, but depending how long it takes for them to develop, since The Witcher 3 came out like 2016 or 2015, something like that. Then you got Cyberpunk came out like in 2021, 2022, and that took a couple years to develop for, and they still had to like fix the game when it came out. And now they're doing like a sequel for Cyberpunk and The Witcher 4. So yeah, this could be a lot of time that CD Projekt Red could be busy developing these games. So I am kind of curious how they're gonna do this, because I don't know like the team size for CD Projekt Red. I'm assuming like they have like one team that does Cyberpunk, the other team does The Witcher. So if I would have to guess, I would say The Witcher 4 will probably come out before Cyberpunk 2, unless CD Projekt Red have been working on the sequel way before the announcement of The Witcher 4 last year. But I guess we'll see. I am kind of curious, though. Over the week, the devs behind the 007 First Light had basically a dev discussion, like how the gameplay is going to be and all that, and showing different aspects of gameplay from the reveal we had of 007. And they pretty much talked about like they wanted to stay true to the whole 007 lore and how James Bond is as a character. The email goes so far to say like you could tackle any type of situation in the game any way you want. Like, I believe I saw a report saying that you can actually go through the game without killing anybody, which I believe it could be a possible thing. Probably just could be like hella difficult. But it definitely set the game apart from their previous work with the not doubles from the Hitman games. And so it definitely showed the difference, because like James Bond could go the stealth route, but when push comes to shove, you will need to go loud. When it comes to Hitman, you're all about having to take out your target without being noticed and be able to escape at the same time and stuff. Like, of course, there's some aspects of the Hitman game that you can go loud if you need to be, but I believe the game prefer you to go stealth like. So I do like the aspect of 007 letting me choose how I want to tackle a situation. Especially from the gameplay reveal, you would basically blowing up like a whole runway when the plane was trying to escape. You were basically blowing that up and stuff. So I definitely would like to see more of the gameplay and stuff. Like just for what I can tell, there is no consequences of you going loud. It just the situation probably could be difficult to get out of it. So I definitely want to check out 007 when it comes out. It definitely piqued my interest because I have seen some of the old James Bond's movies from the past and stuff. So I am interested and I would gladly like to see more. The game is set to release sometime next year. It doesn't have I don't believe it have a confirmed date yet. Oh, it probably does. I probably just can't remember at the moment. But yeah, we're probably gonna see a lot more of it. Maybe they'll have a new polished gameplay at the Game Awards that's next week. But we'll see. We got an update on the Sony and Tencent lawsuit. If you don't know what this lawsuit is, pretty much Tencent, which is a Chinese company, was trying to go to Sony to make some type of game, some type of advertisement game when it came to Horizon Zero Dawn. Of course, Sony disagreed with Tencent and decided not to do it with them. So Tencent took it upon themselves to get a studio that they own, I believe, to actually make a game that is called Light Motorim. Probably pronounced that wrong. And basically, when the trailer was revealed and everybody got a good look of it, it clearly shows that Tencent was ripping off Horizon Zero Dawn down to the robots in the world, character outfits and stuff like that. It basically was just a blatant copy of Horizon Zero Dawn. So Sony decided to file a lawsuit against them for them ripping off their IP and stuff. And the update that we have is Tencent has agreed not to promote Light Amorin and or run a public test as Sony Horizon lawsuit heads towards a key 2026 hearing. Basically, Tencent argues that Sony cannot basically what did Tencent say about Sony was being unfair or something, holding the whole thing to themselves. It's just a big old back and forth thing, but I honestly don't know how Tencent is gonna win this lawsuit because Sony is trying to sue them for damages and trying to not make the game be able to come out to the public. Because if people gonna play it, it would just lose sales for Horizon Zero Dawn, and Sony don't want that to happen. So I guess we'll just have to wait to find out more when next year when they go into the hearing to see if Tencent has a good defense against a Sony lawsuit, or if Sony could prove to the judge about what Tencent planned with this game, and it could cause damage to the Horizon sales. So we'll just see what happens. We have a statement from Team Kill Media, an independent studio that's behind the game Cold Violet, which is an inspiration of the game Dino Crisis. And they put out a statement that their game have gone gold, but unfortunately they have to delay it again. And this is what this statement have read. We are thrilled to announce that Cold Violet has gone gold as we put the final polish on the game ahead of release. We have some exciting news to share and unfortunately a bit of hiccup along the way. During certification, we hit some stubborn technical roadblocks related to unlocking entitlements For the deluxe and pre-order editions, our 4-person team pulled 20-hour days for weeks exploring every possible fix, but it pushed back our plans for gameplay and story trailers, as well as getting review codes out the door. Faced with a tough call, we should either delay the launch by a month to resolve these entitlement issues, or pivot to a single standard edition that bundles in all the pre-order and deluxe edition bonuses with just a short delay to implement the changes. Though this shift impacts our revenue, the choice was clear. We couldn't bear to keep our fans waiting, so we are moving forward with one unified Cold Violet edition where every purchase includes all the bonus outfits, items, and perks, no tiers. In transitioning, we ran into a few store-side glitches, but Sony has been fantastic partners in sorting out it all. They'll be issuing full refunds for the deluxe edition purchases, allowing you to repurchase the standard edition while still getting everything you were promised. Our pre-order momentum has been incredible. We held steady at number 6 and 7 on the bestseller charts, and is only fueling our drive to deliver an unforgettable game laced with nostalgia of inspiration. We're truly sorry for the inconvenience this has caused. That said, silver linings abound. Unlike our killer take on the Tommy gun, trust us, it's awesome. And slip into Violet's furious outfits, and deluxe edition fans will have saved a bit on the price. If the purchase the standard, you'll receive everything. Mark your calendars. Cold Violet launches January 10, 2026. We know another delay is disappointing, but this short window ensures everything is perfectly situated for the smoothest launch possible. We're absolutely dying with the excitement as we finally unleash the world of Cold Violet on you. Thank you for your patience and passion. We cannot wait. Now let's get the stunning Violet up to number 1 on the pre-orders. Alright, this is a very interesting situation that to my knowledge, I have never seen before. Usually when we hear like a game being delayed and stuff, it's usually that they came across some bugs that they still gonna need time working on. But it turns out that's not the case. Apparently some entitlement issues when it comes to the pre-orders that is causing the delay. So they had 2 choices to go with. Either one of them was going to cause a delay, but one of them was going to cause them to delay even longer. So they decided to take a hit for the potential revenue that they were going to get for the game by people buying like the deluxe edition for it, and decided to put all the deluxe edition bonus in the standard edition. And if I remember right, I believe Cold Violet Standard Edition is $50. Yes, I see right here. It is $50, and they removed the Deluxe Edition, which I believe the Deluxe Edition was $60. So, in my opinion, that's like I never saw a dev actually do this, knowing that they could lose a potential high revenue of sales by people going with the cheaper edition of the game instead of going for the $60 deluxe. They want the fans to be able to enjoy this game, and that's what's up. Especially now you're saving like $10. You saving $10 extra, and you still get all the goodies that you was gonna get for the deluxe edition. In my opinion, that's what's up. You get the day one 24-hour early access, a whole bunch of outfits, some soundtrack, probably some type of stuff to increase the strength of your weapons and stuff. And in my opinion, this is very awesome and very consumer friendly for it. And I really hope the game does really well. and I hope that the people will go out and support it, because now they have time to put like fully polishing the gameplay and story trail that they was playing, because unfortunately the mishap that they had caused those to be delayed. So I could probably see them releasing one of them. I say if they really want to get more eyes on them, I say get the story, combine the story and the gameplay trailer, depending how long it is. If both of them are too long, I would say send the gameplay trailer to Jeff Keighley so he could show it off at the Game Awards, since a lot of people is gonna be watching it, and it will definitely get more eyes on their game. Then when you're close to launch, drop the story trailer. Or you could probably do it backwards. Have the story trailer, then because there's already gameplay of Code Violet out there, not the like a couple like older builds of it, but there's still like builds of it out there. So give Jeff Keighley the story trailer, have it show, get people interested, have them go look it up, and see that, oh, the game is $50. You get all the digital deluxe edition bonuses for $50. Because a lot of people are like, yo, $50 for this? Oh, that is a cop. And especially there have been a lot of fans that have been asking for Dino Crisis. There you go. You got the fans of the Dino Crisis coming to look at your game now. So here's hoping for the dev team, for them to knock it out of the park. The studio Eidos Montreal got hit with more layoff. More than 10 people in another round of layoffs. Source told Inside Gaming that most projects at the studio has been cancelled. Currently, they're working on Grounded 2 and Fable for Xbox alongside an internal project. Another day and more layoffs. Eidos Montreal have not been in the best situation for the past couple of months now. Like ever since the whole situation with Marvel Avengers that got taken down, and also I believe they got brought in from Xbox and not Compulsion. What was the studio name? Ah, crap. What was the studio that was making that game Perfect Dark? The Initiative. There we go. They got recruited by the Initiative to help work on Perfect Dark, and that game ended up being canceled. So now they're getting hit with layoffs that causing even more of their projects to be canceled. So they honestly cannot win, and it's pretty sad to see, honestly. Like if this keep happening, I could look and see this studio just officially shutting down, which is really, really terrible. Man, I don't know what else to say. Hopefully the people who got laid off is able to find work somewhere else, because this is just bad all the way around. So we'll see what happens in the coming months. Hopefully Grounded 2, and there is a chance we could see Fable at this year's Game Awards. So hopefully that will hopefully when that game eventually released, that could help Eidos Montreal to be in a better light when it comes to their games. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's being reported that the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake will not be shown at the Game Awards. And you can see a fan page for the Prince of Persia asked the official Prince of Persia Twitter page And they respond says, "Sorry to disappoint, but can confirm Prince of Persia remake The Sands of Time will not be at TGA this year." So now, a couple of days ago, I did make some reports that people from the industry, well, people with insider knowledge, had talked about the potential release at the same time. It was going to release sometime between March and April. But as we see how this is looking, it kind of feels like that's not the case anymore, because like it kind of feels like what those reports were saying, that the potential release for Santa Time is starting to become more unlikely as stuff like this keep coming out, because they still need time for marketing to get like builds put together, trailers, getting journalist media to get hands-on impressions, Metacritic scores, all this and that. And what we're like getting close into the new year, and potentially this game was set to release in April or March. Like, I don't know what Ubisoft's doing when it comes to this IP, but so far it's not looking good, honestly. So, but also another thing is, it could be a lie just to not have the reveal of the game at the Game Awards be a spoiler. So I want to say take a grain of salt, but this is from the official Prince of Persia page. But at the same time, people are saying that they're going to be at the Game Awards. They cannot flat out say they will be, because now people are going to be expecting it. And I could kind of see they want to keep it as a surprise. So, yeah, this is a tough spot to say. I'll just say this. Until we officially... I'm going to be watching the Game Awards with a couple of my friends. So, if it's officially will not be shown and we don't see nothing about Prince of Persia added, then it won't be at the Game Awards. Honestly, I think a lot of people are still waiting for that remake for Splinter Cell than Prince of Persia, honestly, because Assassin's Creed technically have become Prince of Persia, even though Prince of Persia started the whole Assassin's Creed genre in general, but it is what it is. We'll just see what happens. Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced it will publish an unannounced 4-player cooperative shooter in development at J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Game Studio. I'm honestly surprised. I didn't know the movie company Bad Robot had a gaming studio, but it's whatever. But anyway, they said the game is being directed by Left 4 Dead designer Mike Booth. So Sony is going to be publishing a 4-player co-op game that has the game director directed by Left 4 Dead designer. So this could be a really cool game. Hopefully it will have legs better than Back 4 Blood, because Back 4 Blood was trying to be a legit copy of Left 4 Dead, and it didn't turn out well, which was surprising, because I believe what the original people from Left 4 Dead worked on that or something like that. Somebody from the Left 4 Dead did work on that game, so it's unfortunate that didn't do well, but hopefully this one will. We'll just have to wait and see if that would be the case. We got more news about the Saudi buyout of EA, and it turns out Saudi fund PIF will own almost all of EA, a 93.4% after the buyout, according to filing. This is unfortunately, we don't know what will be the outcome of this when it comes to their gaming business. Unfortunately, like, this could be very alarming or not really that bad. We don't know for sure, especially it's up in the air what's gonna happen when it comes to this whole buyout situation. Could this potentially affect some of their game projects that they got working on, like the whole Iron Man, future Battlefield games, this, that, and the third. So until, I don't believe the official buyout is like completed yet. It most likely won't be until like next year, because stuff like this does take a while for it to like fully go through and process. It's like the same situation when it comes to Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard or Bethesda and stuff, because like when it comes to that, yeah, they bought the studios, but unless they want to pay like a hefty fine, they had to honor the contracts of any type of marketing or deals that were made before the buyout, before the official purchase. Like for example, when that game from, I believe it was from Arcane, it was the, what was that game that you play as two assassins? Ah, crap. I forgot the name of it, but it's like one of those games when you die, you go, like it rewinds back, so you're in an endless cycle. I forgot the name of it. Or when it came to Tango games, when they had that game, Ghostwire, was it Ghostwire Protocol or Tokyo? Damn it, I really can't remember these games. But anyway, if you know those games, they had like an exclusive deal with PlayStation. Microsoft could have paid the fine that that will clear any clear out the contract for those exclusive deals and stuff. But they decided to honor it and let PlayStation have those games for exclusive for a year, I believe it was, until they eventually started coming to the Xbox platform. So this could potentially be the case when it comes to EA and stuff, but I kind of doubt they have anything like that going on. But gamers are just hoping this does not affect any of their gaming projects that they got working. It's been confirmed that IO Interactive is planning to release a Hitman 4 at some point. Most likely we won't see this game anytime soon, because right now the team is currently working on James Bond: The First Light. But they do plan to go back to the Hitman franchise to make a whole new game. Which some people would say the Hitman games be like hit or miss and stuff, but it does have a good fan base for it, so we'll just see how that turns out. We're gonna end the video with this. We finally got a look at Pathia upcoming game that was first revealed at the PlayStation China Hero Project in 2023, and it's the game Godslayer. This dropped randomly out of nowhere around like 10 p.m. Eastern time, but we first got our look of a trailer, and to my surprise, even gameplay, even though it is a little bit scripted, it still give us an idea what the game could be when it's fully finished. We got an article from WCC Tech, which I'm going to post a link in the description below so you can read for yourself. But I'm not going to go through the whole article. But they managed to get a interview with the developer, and they said the developer said the game, this build, what they show off is a year and a half. So this is a year and a half of work, and they said they felt confident enough to show it off, just to get like see fans' reaction. And to be honest, it's really good. Of course, you can see like parts of the gameplay and the reveal trailer. It is a little bit choppy and stuff, but like all developers said, this is not the final product of the game. Everything is like optional to change. In my opinion, the game looked truly amazing. I kind of wish they kept the original outfit that they first revealed this game off the main character is wearing, but if they allow you to switch to change outfits, that's perfectly fine. I personally like the old outfit with the blue with the red scarf, but that's just me. They said the setting is a fictional Ming-inspired Asian metropolis named Zhao, which blends Chinese cultural aesthetics with steampunk technology and a key-based elemental magic system with earth, metal, fire, water, and wood. I'm surprised there's no air, but yeah. The world of the God Slayer was created long ago by powerful beings known only as Celestials. They didn't do it out of the goodness of their hearts, though they simply need living beings to cultivate ki that they would then harvest to keep themselves eternal. After the humans learned to channel ki their own for their own gains, to right in the middle of a technological revolution, imagine airships, steamboats, and poor people trawling in the factories for the good of the noble and wealthy. The Celestials quickly retaliate, destroying the strongest kingdom and its best elementaries. That was basically what you are. In a single night. This cataclysmic event would later be known as the Godfall. And it also kickstarts the story of the protagonist Cheng, which you are now seeing on screen, whose family is slaughtered during this fated night. His ultimate goal is to slay the Supreme Celestial, but before that happens, he will have to defeat the minions. The game estimated to last around 40 hours of gameplay, which is nice, in an average playthrough, and probably a lot more for completionists. You know, I'm already going to be doing that. Will consist of 7 chapters, each featuring a pivotal boss fight as at its conclusion. During chapter, the world is freely explorable and the world's simulation keeps going, but the main storyline won't advance until you defeated the end boss. Alright, so this is really, really good in my opinion, because just looking at the gameplay of it, I see some people kind of say like it give off Infamous vibe, which I played Infamous. I honestly don't know where do the Infamous come into play, honestly, but that's just me. I guess like how you could use. I honestly don't know where Infamous fits into this, but the dev did say he drew inspiration from different games and different media, and one of them is definitely Avatar: The Last Airbender, which you could clearly see like this is like somebody made a game with a more, we've seen games for the Avatar: Last Airbender, but they all have the Nickelodeon style and stuff like that. This gives off a more, I guess, like a mature feeling Avatar game that was built on a AAA budget, if that makes sense. Of course, the Avatar: The Last Airbender do have like mature stuff that happens in the show, But this is like, what if a dev make an Avatar Last Airbender game, but with a big budget on the scale of a AAA like God of War or Halo? And looking at the gameplay of this, in my mind I was like, I never thought I would want a Avatar Last Airbender game, and clearly this dev is planning on giving that to us, because when this was first revealed, we didn't get like a video of it. We got like concept art, which kind of shows like the character only using fire abilities. But now in this gameplay, we see him use fire, earth, metal, water, even using water to freeze its enemy. And it's complete open world, 7 chapters, 40 hours for a standard playthrough of the game, longer for a completionist. Like, this is everything like somebody who would want in an Avatar game like this, especially now you're using hand-to-hand combat and not using weapons. Like, Eastern devs are really popping off. Like, starting from with Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade, Phantom Blade Zero, this now, it's like they're all popping off. Tides of Annihilation. Like, gamers are eating good. They have not set a release date for it, but they gave it will be on PS5, Xbox, PC via Steam. And when this game first got revealed at the China Hero Party, the dev said they expected to have at least a 2027 release date for this game. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's still their goal to release in 2027. But overall, if this is a year and a half worth of work, I think they could probably hit that 2027 release. I'm probably pushing it, but if they're really that good, I could probably see a late 2026, early 2027. But it's going further. Like, the game has deeply systematic bit path of previous tiles. For example, you could distract a dog by throwing them some meat, or you could kill a secondary character that won't show up later in missions. What they mean by that, let's say if you're going after one of the bosses, but he's surrounded by a whole bunch of minions around him, that could probably give you more of a challenge, because you have to fight the boss and his minions. But the game lets you have it that you could cause a distraction that would cause some of his minions go investigate, thus having the boss being only able to fight you in a one-on-one setting, instead of you find the boss and multiple people at once, which is all very cool or not. They say you could bribe guards and stuff, probably get allies from the people who wants to rally to your cause, because you are basically a rebellion. You basically are rebellion against the gods. So overall, I am truly excited for this game. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it, and hopefully when everything all said and done, we'll get that perfect release of 2027, if that's still their main goal of release. You could wishlist it on Steam. I don't believe you could wishlist it yet on consoles. So we'll probably, if we're lucky, we'll probably be able to see more of it at the Game Awards this year, possibly. But we just have to wait and see. So anyway, that's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Godslayer getting our first look of it in gameplay and trailer form? Are you excited for Hitman 4 that could come out at some point in the future? Are you worried about the possible projects being affected by EA buyout? Let me know in the comments below. This is Storm, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your week. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.